So last Wednesday I did an emergency Instagram live where I did a sheet mask, and I was doing it because I felt really flustered and just like yikes, and I really wanted to do something to take care of myself, and because I had that week's self-care with me, like I hadn't done it yet. I decided to do it then at like midnight. And I decided to try and keep it up on my Instagram live for 24 hours, but it wouldn't let me. And after much deliberation, I decided to upload it to YouTube for y'all to see as well. It is 30 minutes long, it's completely unedited, unfiltered, all of that kind of stuff. But it's about maintaining your personal peace and making sure that you don't disturb that peace for anything or anyone. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope that you are finding the time to take care of yourself, no matter what that looks like throughout your day, throughout your situation. And yeah, sorry that I look weird. That's all. Bye. Hi. So I know it's midnight, but we need to talk. Sorry. Should I be looking at this? Probably. I don't care. Um, I don't know. I don't normally do this. I'm probably never going to do this again, and yet I am extremely uncomfortable right now. I'm very jittery, and I really feel the need to do some skincare. So I'm gonna do that today, right now, at this moment. I like, look at this. This is how you know it's real. I'm literally in my freaking bonnet, and oh my god, hi Evan. Thank you. Love you. I'm in my freaking bonnet, and my light is on in the background. My bed isn't made. There are clothes everywhere. I have absolutely zero setup, and yet I am making the sacrifice because I will text you. I absolutely will, because I just need to do this right now. So we're gonna do a sheet mask, and I'm scared. These are such a learning curve. I just pulled it out and I'm so terrified. It's so like, oh, this is goopy, man. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Okay, I should explain what we're gonna do. Oh my god. It smells pretty good. Anyway. Aw, okay, bye. Love you. Thank you. So this is a Hydrate Quench Dry Skin 1 Pre-Treated Facial Sheet Mask by Miss Spa. I got this at HEB when I was there maybe like a week or so ago. It's paraben, fragrance, and artificial dye free. But, I mean, it smells like something. I know it's fragrance free, but it doesn't smell bad. Like, it has a good smell. Oh. Okay, well, oh my god. Jay, I'm deceased. You were so funny. Okay. So basically, I tore off the top, but I'll just read all the claims really quickly. Dewy Fresh isn't just for mornings. Restore that youthful suppleness with my hydrating facial mask. It's a rich infusion of moisturizers that instantly soothe and replenish even the dry skin, so you can be fresh as morning dew anytime. So basically, you unfold the mask and remove the paper backing. Don't be scared, it will look lovely on you. Thanks, bae. Pat mask onto clean, dry skin, gently pressing the edges until it fully adheres to your pretty face. Turn off the phone and close your eyes for 20 minutes. LOL. No. We're just gonna put this on and see what happens. Oh my god, I am so nervous. I am so scared. Like, look at this. You can see how like goopy this is. Thank god for my light. Oh my god. Actually, it's nice that this has a paper backing, because otherwise I really wouldn't know what to do. Does it matter which side I put on my face? I have no idea. Okay. One person is watching. Which one person is this? Alright, so I'm peeling it off. I'm not sure which side to put on. Let me pull up my bonnet. So on like my very first episode of Self-Care with Me, I put on Snapchat on a scale of 1 to 10 how dateable am I right now, and I was wearing a white face mask. And is that right? And my friend responded, I don't know, maybe like a 4, and I was like, oh, Okay, thank you. LOL. Gosh, I'm so awkward. I don't care. The side you took the paper off of goes on your face. Well, I've already forgotten, but I feel like it's the one that's facing my face. Okay, we're just gonna do this. Okay. It's gonna be. Thank you. It's gonna be so hard to put this on. Oh god. Should I check? Oh, shoot. Hold on a second. Should I take off my bonnet? I don't want to. Really? What the heck? Ooh, this actually fits so well. Oh my god. 10-10 would date. You're so sweet. Oh my god, it actually fits, kind of. My forehead is not very large at all, so that's the only thing. I have like a 3.5 head, or I guess like an actual forehead. It's not like, I would say this mask is actually a little bit big for the face. Okay, so let's talk. So this summer I have been detoxing. I have been glowing up personally, just working on myself, becoming more and more of me. Also, I know I look weird as heck. Okay, I know this is so weird. I'm pretty sure I leave this on for 20 minutes, so we're gonna figure out how I can say something for 20 minutes. I've been detoxing a lot. I've been drinking a lot of tea, spending a lot of time in the Word of God, focusing on my relationship with God, focusing on my relationship with other people that I know from school. And a lot of that has been very personal. The majority of it has been by myself. And so now that fall has essentially started in the school world, and I'm kind of back in the presence of other people. I have to remember that my personal peace and like the self-care that I have begun is something that I definitely need to continue, especially since oh my god, that's so funny. Nina, I can't. But like, you're right. Like, donde está la mentira? You are so correct. I don't know where I was going. Especially since I'm working and I'm like moving towards my goals and stuff. I feel like because we've entered a new season, and just the period of rest that I had for the last 3 months is over, that it's going to be a lot more difficult for me to kind of focus. And that's why I need to do it so much. That's why I need to spend time in the Word, spend time drinking more tea, just doing things that I know will help me and make me feel better. And so today, I'm not going to get into the details because that is my personal privacy, but I was in a position where I was made to be very, very uncomfortable. And again, no details on that. But it really drove away like my peace in the moment. Like my body was reacting, my heart was reacting, my mind and my spirit was just reacting, and it was a lot for me to take in all at once, especially after spending the summer on my own and really just focusing on me. And so I came home and there were just so many different things going on. Like, I was kind of angry, I was really jittery, I was very hyper and energetic, and I did not really know what to do with myself. And so that's basically why I'm coming on here to talk to you guys, because I knew that I needed to calm myself down, and I knew I needed self-care. And since I had this mask sitting around, then that's how I utilized it. But I really just wanted to come on here and iterate how important it is to know yourself and to understand that you need to prioritize your peace, your personal peace, over anything and everything. If you do not have peace about what you're doing, what you're saying, people you are interacting with, people who you're not interacting with, then remove yourself from the situation and go to a place where you can find yourself to be at peace. Because I have been in positions where I have compromised my peace for other people. I have forsaken it. I have completely abandoned it. And all it has done is hurt me so badly that I do not know what to do with myself. So I guess an example on that is I'm I'm an extremely giving and loving person. When it comes to relationships, if I find myself in a position where I do love you and like, I don't know, I think it takes a lot for that to happen, but it's not as difficult as people think. But if I love you, I will go out of my way to make sure that you know that you understand that. I will make sure that you have absolutely everything you need. Like, it's the kind of like, hey, are you okay? Do you need a ride home? Do you have everything you need? Do you need me to do anything? Do you want me to come over? Do you want any tea? Can I buy you something? Are you okay? Like, I'm a very expressive, give of myself in any way I can kind of love a person. And I think it's good to understand that, like, the people that I interact with do not express their love in the same way, but I think there's a difference between expressing your love differently and just not expressing love at all in return. And that's when it can really start to mess you up. And so I find that people have like taken advantage of, oh my gosh, it's literally like I can't breathe because it's right over my nose. I find that people have taken advantage of my generosity and my kindness because they know that no matter what, I'm going to be there for them. I'm going to give of myself to be with them and to make sure that they have everything that they need, to the point where if they don't give anything back to me, it's going to be okay, because I don't expect people to do things in return for me. I operate in a way where I think it's just okay, like this is how it normally is. I don't have to do anything else. Like, they understand how I feel and how I work, and that's it. But you know what, people, I don't think they truly understand that, and I don't think that they have the best intentions when they go into that. Now, it's not that they ask for these things. It's not that people ask me to love them in this way. But when it comes to me, how I operate is, if you are my friend and if you are in this position, I find that people just don't have to ask, because it's something that I very naturally do for them. And I don't know. I think it's a matter of like communication. I think it's a matter of making sure the other person is comfortable with the way that you express love, but also not compromising you in a way to where you cannot express yourself naturally, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I think that's really cool. I don't know if this is even gonna like line up with what I was going to originally talk about, but I don't know. I have been in positions where there are people who I have loved tremendously, and I have been taken advantage of, so much so that even though I will still give of myself for them and I will still love them, it robs me and disturbs my personal peace, and that just ends up throwing me for a loop. It does absolutely horrible things. It hurts me, it makes me break out, it ruins my sleep schedule, okay? It like drains all of my green tea supply. Like, it's bad. So I don't know. I just, if you can find a way to get out of that situation where, regardless of whether or not you love someone, they rob your peace, then I would definitely encourage you to do that. And I would encourage you to keep choosing your peace over all else in these situations. Like, I don't know, because no, in the situation that you're in, you may remove yourself from them, but I guess you could still like be around them and interact with them in some way or another. I don't know if I'm being too specific or anything like that. I don't know if this makes any sense at all, but choose your peace over anything else, over anything and everything else. If it robs you of your peace, if someone that you love or you have loved makes you feel as though you cannot be yourself, makes you feel as though you can't operate in a way that's natural to you when you're around them, then make sure that you choose the path where you yourself are being served and you are being served in the best way possible. So, if any of that made any sense whatsoever, I should put this back on my chin because my chin she needs love. Then I have some Tumblr quotes, because this is what I do. So on my Tumblr, I have a tag called Healing Process, and it's just really good for me as I recover from a lot of different things that I've gone through in my life. And yeah, I really like it. So this is a text post from a blog called Pro Autistic. It says, I'm proud of you for saying no to doing that thing that you know would have hurt you, that would have drained you too much, or that would have led to a meltdown. I'm so proud of you for taking care of yourself. Whenever you are in a position where you find yourself tempted to forsake your peace for the benefit of someone else, remember what it feels like to say no. Remember that personal relief, that lift in your stomach when you say no to them and you say yes to yourself, because consent is two ways. You have to consent to what the other person is doing to you, and you have to consent to yourself, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So being able to say no and consistently saying no is so incredibly important, because saying no to them means saying yes to yourself in these situations. Another quote by Sensitive, that's cute. Just really quick quote: if it costs your peace, it is not worth it. And I cannot stress that enough. If it costs your peace, it is not worth it. If it hurts you, if you get an inkling in your body, for me it's my spirit. If you feel something in your spirit and it is out of sync and it is not okay, run from it. Do not go towards it. Follow your instincts for sure, and follow the promptings of, for me, what is the Holy Spirit. Let's see what else. Oh, that's a good one. Whoa. I think, I guess going back to some of the things that I said before, that I was experiencing a lot of things, including anger, and I just didn't know what to do with it. I am not someone who reacts angrily to things. I very much bottle it up. I keep it in. And that's something that I don't know. I was taught to do it for a lot of reasons that you can look at on my last video on my YouTube channel. Oopsies. But I just do not express my anger in any way, shape, or form. And I found that to be more damaging than good for me, and so I need to find ways to express my anger in a way that's healthy and in a way that makes sure I'm not, like doing any wrong to anybody else. And so I was looking at this post, and it's really long, so I'm not going to read all of it, but basically the gist of it is that you can react to anger by being incredibly radically kind, whatever that means for you. And a lot of people said in reply to that post that they felt like they must swallow or repress their anger in order to engage in that radical kindness. But rather, radical kindness is meant to be like an expression of anger. And it's not passive, it's not repressive, it doesn't require you in any way to forgive those that have messed you up. And it does not require you to be quiet, but it requires you to be kind, viciously, vengefully. You fight back, you plant flowers, you give to charity, play games, pet someone's dog, scream into the dark, paint, write, dance, tell jokes, sing songs, bake cookies. You have been hurt, and you don't have to deny that hurt. You just have to recognize it in other people. Take their hand and say, no more, enough, F this, no more, have a cookie. So for me, I think a good way to express a lot of the things that I went through today, including my anger, is to be incredibly radically kind. What does that look like? I don't know right now, but I'm going to figure it out, and I'm definitely going to exercise that. So yeah, my one viewer left. Bye, friend. It is quite late. Just so you know, if you missed this, I'm gonna have it up, I guess, for like the next 24 hours, and it is going to be the most interesting jumble of feelings that I guess y'all have ever heard. I really hope this is making sense. Aww. Thanks, Audrey. You cutie, I love you. To the extent of your ability. This post right here, it says, it's by Rifat, okay, Riffmatin Poetry. It says, right now, I'm rebuilding and getting back on my feet. I can't afford to have any negative energy around me. Affirmation of the day. If you can avoid it to the best of your ability, do it. Do not surround yourself with an atmosphere that you can feel takes a toll on you, because like I said, all it's going to do is hurt you. All it's going to do is mess you up. It's going to make you regress, and all of that growth that you have been doing will feel like it has just disappeared. So avoid it like the plague if you can. It just, like, if you're trying to grow, why put yourself in a place where you're going to shrink like a violet? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if you are a plant that works best in sunlight, I'm not about to put you in a cave, okay? I'm not about to put myself in a cave. So be in the sunlight, be in the light, okay? Be in the light, because honestly, in these situations, darkness is not where we belong. And then let's see, last quote, if I'm going to say this. Oh, this is really important. So this is a quote from Self-Healing. I've quoted them before. It says, "Recovery is not soon I will be untouched, perfect, and in a permanent state of bliss. I will be healed and all will be well forever. Recovery is, I will continue to survive despite what happens. I will find ways to cope instead of continually tearing myself down. I will recover and see myself in a light that I never thought was possible." And then someone else went on to quote a book by Nancy J. Napier, or Napier, and it basically says that recovery or healing occurs in a spiral, swinging around and again to the same old issues, but at different terms of the spiral. To me, I think this says that in your healing process, in my personal healing process, that you know what, things are going to happen. There are going to be some setbacks, not necessarily the regression that will take you back to like starting base, but there are going to be some periods where you just don't feel like you're going forward. You feel like you're kind of going back. And I think it's really important in those situations to not beat yourself up about it, to give yourself grace in that situation, because grace is healing and grace is personal care. And to just remind yourself that healing doesn't necessarily have to be on a timeline. You do not have to be healed by a certain date. Let your body do what it does, because when it does it on its own time, it's going to benefit you the most. You can't force a cut to heal. It does it on its own. And if you try to expedite the process, then something isn't going to have occurred. There's going to be a missing step. And in the end, it's not going to flow together perfectly as it's supposed to. So, yeah, I just be careful with yourself. Be kind and loving to yourself. Treat yourself the way that you would want others to treat you in the situation. I'm quoting the Bible, right? Treat others the way you would have them treat you. No, I think I reversed it. Whatever. Yeah, just be kind to yourself. And I think you have to be reminded that recovery looks different for everyone, and that there is a form of recovery that is very popular, that is very, I guess, televised is the wrong word, but I guess broadcast. Like, it's the kind of recovery that people like kind of glorify and put on a pedestal, but just like understand, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. That's it. I was saying like do unto yourself as you would do unto others. Anyway, just be kind to yourself. Understand that recovery looks different for you, and remember that your completed recovery will look completely different than the way that you thought it was going to. I think it's best to not set any like crazy expectations for yourself when you're recovering from something, because you may end up disappointed, and that's not necessarily the point. So for me, I just came to the conclusion that, you know what, I need to heal. I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't know what it's going to look like. I don't know what my masterpiece will look like when I am complete. But regardless of what it looks like, I know that I am still a masterpiece. So yeah, be good to you, and all that kind of stuff. Don't beat yourself up for being shaky, for being shaken, for being upset. For having a fast heartbeat, for reacting the way you did publicly. It's absolutely perfectly okay. It's just a reminder that you need time, and that once that time is complete, you will have healed in a way to where your body thanks you, and your soul and your mind and your spirit thank you. So yeah, I feel like I should end with a scripture, and I don't know what scripture to use. Honestly, the only thing that's coming to me is Isaiah 54:17, which says, "No weapon formed against me shall prosper." And in this situation, I think I will interpret it as nothing that tries to rob my peace will rob my peace from me. You can try it, but you're not going to get it. So, yeah. Remember that, you know what, we're all recovering here. We're all figuring out something, and we're all going to get there, and it's going to be okay. And just, I guess, take these things that I've said and kind of fit them to you. And I hope that you're doing well and everything and that kind of stuff. I don't know if it's been 20 minutes, but this feels really nice, and honestly, I just don't want to take it off, even though it's like, it feels weird and it's kind of small. The only thing is this chin part is a little drier than the rest of my face because it kept slipping off and stuff, but I think I'm ready to take her off. I think I am, as I keep fitting it around my face. Oh, was it supposed to go here? Oh my gosh. That makes so much more sense. Aw, who sent me a heart? Thank you, that's so sweet. Okay, peeling. Hi, I'm back. Ooh, hunty, she is soft. Oh my god, it's so soft. I have learned that when I do face masks, not to squeeze all of the excess serum onto your face, because then you're going to feel sticky and you're not going to feel moisturized. You're just going to feel ugh. So I don't think I'm going to be doing that today, but wow, I feel really nice. I think, thank you. I think that, I don't know. Ooh, I should put this in my mouth. Is that weird? This one time when I was at school, I saw this girl sit next to me on this solar panel like phone charger station, and she took an aloe vera plant, and it was powered by that and these like succulents. She took a plant and she cut off one of the like stem things, squeezed out all the juice, and like put it over her face and mouth and like her neck, and I was like, girl, what the F is you doing? But she was living in 3017. The rest of us were in 1917. So, or is it 1017? I can't get with the memes. Okay, let's just look at this. So it says, remove mask and gently pat remaining solution into the skin. Hello, gorgeous. Thanks, babe. I appreciate that. It is really good. Aloe vera is incredible. I was not with the skincare program or just like the program in general. She really did. She like had a bike and everything. I don't remember what her skin looked like, but she had the plug. She also may have been a little bit sunburned. I feel like I remember that, but okay, yeah, I am definitely down for this pat into the skin thing because it's definitely helping and working. It's really nice and comforting, and it definitely doesn't make it feel like there's like excess product on my face. It feels like I just have enough stuff on it. Let me go ahead and put my bonnet back. This is so weird. I just posted a cute selfie and now it's like, she's in her bonnet? Girl? Yes, I am. Beauty behind the scenes. Also, sorry I didn't look at the actual camera the whole time, but like, it's just too much effort. Okay, would I recommend this Miss Spa Hydrate Quench Dry Skin Mask? Heck yeah, it's really great. I picked it up at HEB, just so you know. By the way, it has 0.88 ounces or 25 grams of product in it, or just mask or whatever. I do not remember how much this is. Let me Google it really quickly. Let's see. Miss Spa sheet mask. Okay, so the very specific one that I have, I'm looking at it on Target. Even though I got it from HEB, I'm not sure if I can find it on the HEB website right now, but on Target it says it is $1.94. So this product shouldn't be more than $2. I have dry skin again, so that's my like skin concern, that's my skin priority, and I really want to make sure my skin is always hydrated at all times, that it feels really nice and cleansed and clean, and I like that. It is a little bit sticky, but I mean the serum has to dry, but at least it's not excessively sticky. But anyway, I'm tired. I'm gonna go. I have to be up at 7:35 this morning. So I definitely need to get some sleep, brush my teeth, maybe have a cup of green tea or whatever. But it was nice talking to you. It was nice seeing you. I'm not sure if this is going to go up on YouTube properly or if I'll make a little like, well, no, because this can only be live on my story for 24 hours, so I have to save it. So I guess I may like edit it and like put it on YouTube, but I need to go. I need to stop rambling. Have a great night. I hope you had a great day. For those of y'all, if it was your first day back at school, college, whatever, I hope you had an incredible day. I hope you have an incredible week. And I love you, and remember to prioritize your peace, and remember that no weapon formed against you shall prosper, and remember to treat yourself well with integrity, respect, and with just as much priority as you would treat anybody else, because you are just as important as anyone else. And that hierarchy should always have you at the top, okay? Not in like a I'm better than them, but in a I am just as worthy, if that makes sense. So until next time, stay hydrated. Bye. Oh my god, how would I do this? Why do I fail?